What you been doing the last few days?
So starting early Monday morning, we headed to Houston from Lampasas. I actually met up with a gentleman in San Antonio with Safe Canine Transports with no mission in mind, but let's get down there and help save animals and pull them out. And so we drove into Houston. We drove around barriers. We pleaded with the police to let us in, and they let us in through the barricades. And we've been driving around trying to find animals. Different people trying to ask for our help. We spent more than 13 hours trying to get to some people without being able to reach anyone because of the floodwaters. We went back to Pecos, Texas to regroup. We ended up setting up a home base, and we Facebooked for boats. Boats was the biggest need. Within hours we had boats. We started setting up search and rescue missions. We were going out on boats and making entry and getting out evacuating the pets that were left behind when the owners were evacuated, getting them back to the trucks, back to dry land in Katy at home base, and then they were being taken to different places from there to be reunited with their owners.
So you found yourself here in Atlanta, Georgia, Friday morning now.
Yes, sir. So see how my week's gone. I started out, left home, early Monday morning. I've had one shower and 8 hours of sleep. And that was last night with a volunteer that I've never met. Said, you need a shower and come get some sleep. I got 3 hours of sleep. And my friends at the Austin Humane Society asked if I could help transport since I was already in Houston. And so I said absolutely. So they picked me up in Houston, and we drove 16 or 18 hours to here. And
what do you normally do for a living?
I'm a veterinary technician. I'm also a wildlife rehabilitation. I have a rescue called Happy Feet Rescue, and I'm a rancher. I raise cattle and sheep as well. So I'm definitely involved in the animal world. And when the disaster from Hurricane Harvey, I mean, just catastrophic flooding. It's surreal to be down there. You see it in the news, you see the pictures, but when you're down there, it's just different. I don't know the word to describe it. Amazing what Mother Nature can do. Sad with the tragedy, but just, I mean, surreal to drive through these floodwaters and do everything we can to see the floodwaters. I mean, 47 inches of rain in some places, 37 in some places. I heard that one area was 20 feet underwater. I mean, you can't wrap your head around those numbers. And then you go out there and see it. One of the entries we made was a second-story apartment. We made entry to rescue a dog that had been there for 3 days by itself after his owner was evacuated via Coast Guard helicopter, and the second-story apartment had a foot of water in it. I mean, that just to give you an idea. I mean, I don't know the numbers involved in that and measurement-wise, but that gives you kind of an idea, and that wasn't the hardest hit area. I mean, Beaumont right now is still, right now as we speak, in catastrophic stages. We've been unable to get to them because of a chemical plant about to explode. It was on the only dry road to get from Houston over to Beaumont. We were with the National Guard, and I had a hovercraft unit with me, and we tried for hours to get to Beaumont, and until that chemical plant, I hear it finally exploded, and they were able to get into Beaumont today. A few hours ago I checked in with base camp. Today alone they have rescued 821 animals. Tuesday and Wednesday we were at close to 1,000 animals. So that's almost 2,000 animals this week alone that has come out of Hurricane Harvey with just the individuals that I've been working with. Just R1 base camp is what we're calling it this week. And so the guys at base camp tonight, I have heard that they've kind of left base camp running there with some volunteers and some other organizations, and they're headed to Beaumont to set up another one. The Beaumont Port Arthur area is catastrophic flooding and in dire need to get them out, so we're going to go see what we can do. We got about a 16-hour drive back, I guess, and then we'll have to figure out our game plans, but we're going to get it back in there, boots on the ground, and try and get as many as we can out.